Hi, students, and welcome to Child Life 610, your child development class. This class is actually blended, so we will meet about 8 times in person and about 8 weeks online throughout the semester. We'll meet next week, and then the following week, and then after that, it's about every other week. However, I know that our first in-person class is not until next week, Tuesday. But as classes officially started today, you will have assignments and readings due for me when we meet in class on Tuesday. Welcome to grad school. We just really have to get through the development. You need to really know this to be successful in all of your other classes this semester and as you go through the master's degree here at Edgewood. So if you haven't already figured out how to get to Edgewood's Blackboard, you can go to TAC, the Technology Assistance Center, and they can definitely help you with that. But you're going to want to go to your Blackboard site, which will look a little something like this, and then find your courses. So as soon as I finish this directions, I will make this course available to you with this announcement. So you're going to find Child Life 610 and click on that, and it'll always open to the announcements page. So I will put this video and the directions of what you need to have ready for class next Tuesday in the announcements. So what I need you to do for next Tuesday is review the syllabus, which I'll go through a little bit, review this Blackboard site, and jot down any questions you have or anything you want clarified, and we'll discuss the syllabus, the assignments, the Blackboard site, my expectations, and all of that in class next week. The other thing to look at is the instructor info, and we'll talk about this a little bit more next week when we do, I'll have you guys introduce each other and we'll do introductions. But this is my email, which is my preferred contact method. I will always respond within 24 to 48 business hours. If I don't, you can try emailing me again. It probably just means it accidentally got overlooked in the flood of emails I get every day. Otherwise, I'm pretty good about responding within 24 to 48 business hours. On campus, our Child Life office is Dorici 109. The A is like the outer suite, and then I'm in Office B, and Katie Glass is in Office C, and our adjuncts, who you have Sarah Keys right now, you'll have for Peds Conditions online, and eventually you'll have one of our other adjuncts for history. They sit in the outer office at that desk. Our resource library, which we'll also talk about, where you can check out books and resources, is in the outer office too. And then also in our suite is Joe Crumby, who's the academic advisor for the undergrad Child Life students. As a grad student, you get Katie as your academic advisor. My WebEx room for meetings online, my office phone number. However, I don't use the voicemail as a way to communicate with me. Really, the best way is email. The only time people really use the office phone is if they're somewhere else on campus, like in the library or something, and they're just calling to see if I'm in the office, if it's worth walking over. It is to note, though, that sometimes I am on campus and would be available later. I'm just not in my office at that moment, or I step out to make copies or do other things. So really, email is the best way, because if I'm in my office, I'm checking it pretty periodically, and we'll see an email that says, "Are you available?" My faculty schedule is here. Waiting for that to load. So you'll see I'm more of a afternoon, evening person in my schedule, because I often work overnights at the hospital, so that gives me in the ER a little bit time to sleep. So these are when office hours are available by appointment. Please make an appointment. It doesn't mean that I'm sitting in my office till 6 o'clock every night. It just means that's what I'm available if you previously make an appointment. You're also always welcome to try. That's when I'm often in the office, but it's best to make an appointment. If those times don't work for you, then we can make something work to meet in the morning. You just need to email me and we'll make something work. Sometimes morning I can do things by WebEx a little bit easier than in person. The Child Life office is typically open, the outer office, as long as someone is here. So you pretty much have pretty regularly access to the resource library and other materials that are available for checkout in the office, which will come in handy next semester when you have materials and methods. We have a lot of like craft supplies and medical play supplies that are available that you can check out. So as long as one of the adjuncts or Joe or Katie or I are here, the outer office is open and you can get access to those resources and supplies, which is really nice. So you will see Katie's schedule when you have class with her next week, but she's typically the morning person, so she teaches the morning classes and she typically gets in around 7 or 7:30 in the morning and then usually is gone by anywhere between 3 and 5 at night. Sometimes here later, but usually. And then I tend to be the one that's here later. And then Joe is here Monday through Friday, like 8:30 to 4, kind of normal, 4:30 normal business hours. So pretty much have access to the Child Life office, the outer office, at least 8 hours a day, sometimes 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So that is my schedule. Here is a little welcome from me if you're interested kind of about this course and my philosophy as an instructor, and then a little bit about me professionally, and a one-liner personally about me being an auntie. So the syllabus, you're going to come here and click on the syllabus. So the textbook for this course, I heard there was maybe some confusion, but the bookstore has the correct text. I checked, and they just got another shipment in last night or this morning, so they have plenty of books. So it's Development Through the Lifespan by Burke. The 7th edition is what I'm asking you to have, or asking you to purchase if you don't already have a Burke Lifespan book. If you have an earlier edition that's Development Through the Lifespan by Burke, then you can use an earlier edition if you already own it. And then the syllabus. So the syllabus kind of goes through our course objectives and description, and again, read through the syllabus, peruse through Blackboard, and be ready with kind of questions or things you want clarification on, or if you identify a discrepancy in a due date that's listed as two different things in two different places, please bring those to my attention. So for next week, before class, do those. Familiarize yourself with the textbook. There's a nice kind of intro in the beginning that goes through like what the features are and kind of how the textbook is laid out. There's a really nice summary in each chapter that some students like to like read that summary first and then go back. There's definitions. So it's laid out to be really user friendly. So I'd encourage you to kind of familiarize yourself with that. And then you do have readings due for the first week. So we need to get through chapters 1, 2, and 3, which kind of cover the overview of developmental theories and research methods when it comes to child development and the foundations of development. So it discusses prenatal, birth, and the newborn. And so we'll then do reading by development level, and then we'll talk about the effects of stress and trauma and culture and diversity on development, and then you'll have the final. So again, I'm reiterating for Tuesday, I need you to come ready with questions about the course after you review the full syllabus and Blackboard, and come ready to participate in an engaged discussion about chapters 1, 2, and 3 from your textbook. I'm not going to read you the whole syllabus. Y'all are grad students. You can do that yourself. And you can familiarize yourself with Blackboard. So the weekly modules are here. You're not going to see them all. Let me put this in student view. So right now, you'll just see the first two modules. All right. So if you click on Module 1, it has to review the course and syllabus, familiarize yourself with the textbook, and complete the reading. And then we'll go from there. There are also resources that I have loaded for you in the tool and resources section. Some writing resources on APA style, and also a one-page on writing guidelines for child life students, things to capitalize, when not to capitalize, when we're talking about ACLP and child life and things like that. And that is taken from the ACLP. There's some study strategies, some other study memorization tools, because there is a final exam in this class. And a lot of what this class is learning the developmental ages and stages and characteristics. So I have some great, sorry, that popped, some great study guides or memorization tools that might work for you. So those are through Quizlet. And then there's lots of resources that'll help too. Some American Academy of Pediatric resources, the ACLP resources, and some CDC developmental resources. So those are there for you. All right, if you have any questions or concerns before Tuesday, please do not hesitate to email me or stop in the office or email me to set up a time to meet in the office or via WebEx. I look forward to meeting all of you in person next Tuesday. Thanks and have a great night.